Today, we are diving deep into Taiwan's semiconductor industry. It's the engine that powers pretty much our entire world. But right now, it's facing a huge problem, a massive talent shortage. And you know what? That problem could be a really big opportunity for you. Let's get into it.
And that is not an exaggeration. I mean, think about it. The phone you're holding, the cloud, the car you drive, literally everything runs on these little technological marvels. They are the absolute foundation of our modern lives.
And there's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? Because while we all want more and faster chips, the supply of brilliant people needed to actually design and make them, well, it's just not keeping up. And that creates this massive, urgent problem.
So here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll look at why Taiwan is such a global powerhouse in chips. Then, we'll dig into the numbers behind this huge talent shortage. After that, we'll talk money. High tech means high salaries. We'll decode what makes the perfect candidate and then wrap up with what this all means for you as a global opportunity.
All right, first things first, let's really set the stage. Why is Taiwan's semiconductor industry so incredibly important to, well, everyone? To put it bluntly, this isn't just another industry for Taiwan, it's the industry. It is the absolute pillar of their economy. And for the rest of us, it's a critical, irreplaceable link in the global tech supply chain. If it stumbles, the world's ability to produce electronics basically grinds to a halt.
Okay, so you've got this globally essential industry, but here's the catch. It is seriously running low on people. So let's look at the actual data behind this talent crunch.
And the scale of this is just wow. We are not talking about a handful of jobs here. As of May 2025, there were almost 10,000 open roles in just production and manufacturing. Right behind that, you've got over 9,000 in R&D and another 7,000 plus in technical operations. These are absolutely enormous numbers.
And if you really want to grasp how intense this shortage is, just look at this number, 0.2. So what does that actually mean? It means for every 5 open jobs in these crucial technical and maintenance roles, there's only one person available. That is an insane seller's market for anyone who has these skills. So make no mistake, this isn't some temporary dip. It's a huge structural gap across the entire industry. The demand for skilled professionals is just completely outpacing the local supply, and that's forcing these top companies to look way beyond their own borders for help. Now, what happens when you have a massive talent shortage like this? You guessed it, fierce competition. And that competition is driving salaries up to some pretty amazing levels. Let's see just how well this industry rewards expertise.
Okay, so on the management side, the pay is obviously very, very good. A hardware engineering R&D manager, for example, is pulling in a median salary of over 1.8 million new Taiwan dollars a year. And look, even roles like business management are deep into the 7 figures. It shows you that leadership is valued across the entire organization.
But you know what? This next part is where it gets really interesting. Just look at these salaries for non-managerial, pure tech roles. An analog IC design engineer's median salary is right up there with the top managers. Digital IC and firmware engineers are also making some incredibly good money.
And this right here perfectly captures the industry's whole philosophy. In a lot of fields, the only way to make the big bucks is to climb the management ladder. Not here. Here, deep technical skill is king. The report says it flat out. Top engineers can, and often do, earn more than their managers. This is an industry that was built by engineers for engineers.
So, the demand is off the charts, and the pay is fantastic. But you're probably asking, okay, so what are they actually looking for? Let's break down the profile of their ideal candidate.
It turns out, it's about more than just your technical chops. They're looking for a very specific mindset. They need people who are incredibly responsible and resilient, people who can handle a high-pressure, fast-paced environment. They want proactive, energetic learners and assertive, independent thinkers who solve problems with a practical, data-first mindset.
And on the professional side of things, these soft skills are just non-negotiable. I mean, think about it. Building a semiconductor is a massive team sport, so communication and teamwork are absolutely essential. A positive, can-do attitude, great problem-solving skills, and above all, just rock-solid integrity and accountability, that's the foundation for success here.
And that brings us to the final and honestly the most exciting piece of this whole story.
Because of that huge talent gap at home, Taiwan's semiconductor industry is now actively and urgently looking to the rest of the world for help.
I mean, it doesn't get any clearer than this. This quote from the report's key findings isn't a hint, it's a giant flashing sign. The most needed talent is, and I'm quoting here, transnational, technical, and management talent with a global vision. They are explicitly looking for you, for foreign professionals.
So what does it really mean to be global talent in their eyes? Well, it means having foreign language skills. It means you're adaptable, you're open to new cultures and ways of working, and this is a big one, it means you're open to things like international job rotations and training. They're not just hiring foreigners, they are actively building a truly global workforce.
So let's just wrap this all up. You have one of the most important industries on the planet that has basically thrown its doors wide open. They have a desperate need, they're more than willing to pay top dollar for great talent, and they are specifically searching for people with an international background. The only question left is, could you be a part of that future?